Hi guys, it is Graded Groudon and we have some amazing customer returns to go through today. We've got from Japanese promos, the new stuff from Guardians Risings and the Shining Legends set. Then we go to some WotC Awesomeness. I mean, top grades on these. You're looking at base set first edition. Yes, we've got some cards from there. Jungle, Team Rocket, Gym Heroes and Gym Challenge. And then we've got a little bit of Fossil from Sam. So, we're going to start off with the Collector's Vault. It's just here. So then, let's get on to the first card. And the first card is a Gem Mint 10. We have an Entei GX. Really nice looking card there. Then we move on to the Mewtwo GX. Not the one we all know and love. However, the one we all know and love is right up next. And it's absolutely amazing to see this in the Gem 10 case, basically. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's the first one I've seen come back Gem 10. Well, it's the first card I've seen come back from PSA, actually, of this Mewtwo GX. There's probably some on eBay, but gorgeous, gorgeous card. This one will be in demand, I can assure you that. Yeah, absolutely stunning card. Then we go on to Shining Rayquaza, Gem Mint 10, no surprises there. We have another, I'll just whiz by with that. Shining Volcanion. If you remember in the submission video, I was struggling to name the Genesect and Volcanion. The good thing is when they're PSA graded is I just have to read the writing. Cannot go wrong there. Another one, I'll just whiz that by. Arceus. Yep, you guessed it again, Gem Mint 10. I believe these are all pack pulled. Probably himself. Gorgeous cards. I think maybe in the future these could be highly collectible. I don't think they're relative to the Shinings of Neo Destiny just because they're too easy to pull. However, I think they will always have a market just because of, well, the Shining name almost. And here we have the Shining Ho-Ho from the Legends booster box. Or, it's a promo, isn't it, of some sort, and you have to buy a specific box to get it. But that's what PSA have decided to call it, so I'm just going to go along with PSA. And again, another Gem Mint 10. Another one like the Mewtwo GX, I think will be high in demand right now. Then we go on to the English and the Field Blower from Guardians Rising. Gem Mint 10, and it's even better, it's English, you know. Yeah, it deserves the grade there from Guardians Rising. Had a very good print run in terms of quality. And then I'm just going to go to this one. Now this one in the submission vid I said is definitely going to get the miscut grade, or at least the OC grade off center, because as you can tell it is massively off center. Now the only reason why I can see PSA wouldn't give it is because if I just turn to the back is actually what you'd expect from a Pokemon card. You know, it's not massively off center in any way. It's some sort of error. I mean, that's guaranteed, but it doesn't seem to be the way they've cut it, because the back's perfectly fine. I'm going to speak to Ross anyway before I send this back to him, but that includes the rest, just to see what he wants to do. Maybe going for a regrade. It is a strange one, in my opinion. It is a strange one. But, hey-ho, I don't control PSA, unfortunately. If I did, then it'd be very worrying indeed. Houndoom First Edition, Neo Discovery. Brilliant card. Just the Near Mint 8 on this occasion, but can feel a little bit hard done by there, to be honest, by looking at it. But there is a little whitening go down the right side. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could have hoped for a Mint 9. If they spotted scratches on the holofoil, though, then a bit of whitening. But I shouldn't really be talking that submission down, because 11 out of 13 items got the Gem Mint 10 there. That is incredibly successful, even if they are mostly Japanese. We then move on to first time sender Gwen. And Gwen, you've got these back incredibly quickly. So we're going to go on to Luigi Pikachu, Gem Mint 10, See that one all the time now coming through the channel. Ash's Pikachu, I fully expect this one to become one of them that, you know, we're going to see every single submission. I think I have actually seen one of these every single submission since it's come out, which is only 2, but you know, all the same. Your Vettel EX, this is lauded everywhere for its artwork, absolutely everywhere. It is a magnificent card in truth, isn't it? Gorgeous. Best of XY, of course. Gem Mint 10. Evolutions Charizard. Unfortunately, we're going to the Mint 9, but it is known to be very difficult to get this in Gem Mint 10. It's a fact. The pop count between Mint 9 and Gem Mint 10 is quite significant. You were a bit unlucky on this occasion, I think, because that is a really clean looking Mint 9. Strong Mint 9, you'd call it. Espeon GX, however, the hyper rare or the secret rare, did get that Gem Mint 10. So, I mean, you can't complain too much there. Gorgeous card. Got 2 of these on the store right now, if anyone's interested in this. Shameless plug-in yet again. Then we move on to the Full Art Espeon GX. Gorgeous. Only got the Mint 9, which is a shame, really, because the other Espeon GX did get the Gem Mint 10, so, you know, it would have been nice to have all of those in Gem Mint 10, but you can't complain. 2 out of 3. I'm sure you can pick up the Gem Mint 10 elsewhere, or you won't send another. I mean, that's never a problem with me. Rayquaza Pikachu Gem Mint 10. This one's a really successful grade, actually. It should not be understated. It's Raichu Level X Hollow from Stormfront. Level X Japanese cards are quite difficult to get hold of. They're not easy, especially in this condition. I mean, guys, Pokemon cards from Japan weren't considered the same back in 2008 as they are now. They weren't printed as heavily for starters, and secondly, there wasn't such a massive market over here for them. So you're basically leaving it to Japanese collectors. But this one, however, did get a top grade. Raichu's head is massive there. I mean, I hope one of those attacks is Headbutt, because that will knock you straight out. Shining Noctowl is the last card from Gwen. Neo Destiny Mint 9. I think I said it was going to get the Mint 9 in submission vid. It's good grade. It's never gem. It's never a gem candidate. So you did as well as you could on that card. So congrats, Gwen. Another load of Gem Mint 10s. Now we're moving on to Sean. Sean actually sent away something a bit different. 10 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Just going to go through these. Please, my lack of knowledge on these is known. I mean, he had to send a full list, and I do appreciate it. And hopefully, everything is there. Well, it is there. It's correct. I know it's correct because I pressed on the correct thing from PSA. Mint 9 on the first one. Mirror Wall. Looking really cool. I know Yu-Gi-Oh is definitely getting more popular. Magical Hats. Gorgeous. Pharaoh's Servant, 1000 Eyes, Restrict. Lovely. Are we still waiting for our first gem? Believe we are, but here it is. Dust Tornado. They're all from the same set from 2002. They put this plastic foil at the back, a bit of dust as well. Sometimes it comes like that back from PSA. Not really much I can do about it in a general sense. Then we got Gift of the Mystical Elf, Gem Mint 10. I mean, feel free to comment in the comments, obviously, about what you think Yu-Gi-Oh is going to become as a hobby. Do you think it will become the same as PSA Pokemon, which has now basically taken over the hobby? And collecting first edition cards for binders is incredibly difficult. Basically, nowadays you have to just crack them in 8s and put them in your binder if that's really what you want. Do you think that's what will happen to Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you think basically you'll see all the older stuff getting graded in its entirety? Oh, that should not be. Ginger Zoe is a massive card, I believe. I hope I'm right. I believe it's quite massive. Gem Mint 10, so really congratulations there. And then Hyozanria. However the hell you say that, I have no idea. My personal favourite card from your submission. I really like that artwork. Unicorn Dragon, something like that anyway. Numinous Healer, as you can see, the Gem Mint 10s are definitely starting to come now. Got a lot of them coming through, but the last one, unfortunately, is just the Mint 9. I say just, but I mean Mint 9s, I don't know. Mint 9s first editions, I tell you, I put them on my store and they go very quickly nowadays. The amount of people I've got emailing me, let me know as soon as Mint 9 first edition what is available, is madness. Right, so thank you, Ross, Gwent, and Sean. We're now actually I'm going to do Pokemon Spheres last because it is the bulk of the submission. So we'll move on to Sam's very quickly, and that is the gorgeous Squirtle I talked about in the submission video. I mean, just blowing bubblegum. I mean, yeah, it's a top card. And then all your Fossil first edition cards got the Mint 9. Yeah, that one deserving the Aerodactyl, the Articuno. I mean, like I said, these are massively high in demand right now. Maybe more than Gem Mint 10s, because the Gem Mint 10s have hit their prices, you'd maybe say. But Mint 9s, people are just hoovering them up. Hoovering. Competition is out there to collect. So thanks as usual. Really appreciated. Now we're going to move on to Pokemon Spheres. I've got my cards in the background as well. This is a 55 card submission, so this was the bulk of the submission. You know, obviously 100 cards. We're going to go from first base to Jungle, to Team Rocket, to Gym Heroes, to Gym Challenge, just like the original release schedule. Start off, Electabuzz first edition Gem Mint 10. Expect to see a lot more fire like this. First edition base right now is the investor's choice. Everyone considers it to be quite a safe investment. Nobody expects it to drop by, let's say, 20-25%. There might be price corrections on certain cards when populations go up, but in general it's seen as the safest bet in Pokemon right now. Arcanine Gem Mint 10 first edition. And you should not understate how difficult, I know these are non-holofoils, you should not understate how difficult it is to pick up gem potential first edition based holofoils anymore. It really is. I mean, you're looking at pack fresh cards, there's hardly any packs anywhere. So, you know, massive congratulations here. The Kadabra also got that Gem Mint 10 grade. It's always good to see these original release base set cards. Poliwhirl also got it. Porygon, another Gem Mint 10. You've really killed it with these base set first editions. Done really well. Abra, Gem Mint 10 again. Love this artwork, just sitting on top of the tree. Most annoying Pokemon ever in the Game Boy Advance games, because it would just teleport away, and everyone wanted that Alakazam, and you'd have to trade for that as well. Oh, annoying. Bulbasaur, unfortunately, did get the lowest grade from the base set first edition. There's like a little white line going on that side, so yeah, I mean, overall, there's no complaining here, I'm sure. Another Gem Mint 10, Diglett. I beg my pardon. We've also got a Newman 8 Ghastly. Yeah, you've got more whitening in the corners. So that is to be expected. Mint 9 Onyx. Lovely card. Who knew you'd become a Steelix from then? Poliwag. Gem Mint 10 to go with that Poliwhirl. One of my favourite Evolutions lines. Gorgeous. Really, from this base set first edition, the artwork cannot be understated again because it's simplistic, but it set the Pokemon TCG on the path it's on now. The base set, you know, it was supposed to set It's supposed to show the players the original form of the Pokemon. Basically, you know, we don't need to see them dark. We don't need to see them owned by trainers. We don't need to see them in different character forms. We just need to see them as if it was like an encyclopedia of animals. You know, that's all we need. We need it very simple at this stage, just to catch interest. And look how successful it has been. And then last but not least, Super Potion First Edition Gem Mint 10. Stick around, guys. I mean, you're 15 minutes into the video. You might as well do another 5 because there's reasons to now. Moving on to Jungle. First Edition Mint 9. Your Flareon. Unfortunately, only got the name in 8. On this occasion, mine got the name in 7. So, yeah, they didn't like Flareon for either of us. Obviously, the Flareons weren't both sent in the same submission. A submission was sent at the same time. It came a week earlier. Just to make that very clear. They're separated out. Jolteon First Edition name in 8. But, you know, let's not worry about those last 2 grades because, boom, Gem Mint 10 Jolteon First Edition. What a card. What a card indeed. And we have got a few more of these to come. Kangaskhan Mint 9. I believe that you pack pulled these, didn't you? Does show they are incredibly minty. Incredibly. No, you got a bit of silver in on the side there, haven't you? It is frustrating sometimes because it is the smallest imperfections. That's why the Mint 9s are so popular, because people realise that I'm not going to pay 10 times the price for the smallest of imperfection. Mint 9 Nidoqueen. I'll just go quickly. Another Mint 9 Nidoqueen. However, did score a Gem Mint 10 on the Pidgeot. Yeah, I'm very deserving of it. Gorgeous card. And then also a Gem Mint 10 on the Vaporeon. A Venomoth Mint 9 First Edition. Lovely. And then last but not least from the jungle is Wigglytuff. Again the Mint 9. Which, yeah, it's a Mint 9. Alright, and then we move on to Team Rocket, which is incredibly popular at the moment. The prices skyrocketed. The prices were low. I mean, every collector in the universe knew they were low. Whoever was selling them sold them like that. Then, obviously, the magazine comes out, sports magazine report, whatever you call it, from PSA, telling everyone it's low, and the prices go, oh, they are low, and they shoot up. So now Gem Mint 10s from this set, even Mint 9s, have all gone up. Unfortunately, though, we start with a Mint 8. Dark Alakazam. Let's swiftly move on, because there's better news to come. And that better news is a Gem Mint 10 Dark Arbok. Obviously, I personally have the full set of Team Rocket First Edition, and it is a gorgeous set to own. One that I will be keeping hold of for years to come. When stuff goes in my collection, it does not come out unless they are duplicates. And yeah, and look, you're seeing a Gem Mint 10 Dark Blastoise here, and I haven't even mentioned it. Huh? Gorgeous. I'll whiz past on the next one because your other Dark Blastoise got the Mint 9, still a highly respectable grade. This is the card we were all looking for. Everyone in the collector's base at the moment is looking for. Gem Mint 10 Dark Charizard number 4, First Edition. Second Charizard released of a different artwork. Obviously you had First Edition base, Shadowless base, and a limited base, but this is the second ever Charizard printed, the Dark Charizard, and it's now getting the value for that. I love the flame. I've always liked the flame from this Dark Charizard, just looking menacing. Yeah, always love that artwork. A Gem Mint 10 again, Dark Dragonite. You've got 3 Gem Mint 10s on all of the big hitters, the Blastoise, Charizard, and the Dragonite. So congratulations there. I've always wondered how Dragonite flies with those tiny little wings. I mean, like a bee. Dark Dugtrio, got the Mint 9 this time. Again, you can't complain now because you've got the 3 big hitters. I mean, anyone who submits these, they're the ones they want. No one particularly cares if they get a Gem Mint 10 on the Golbat. I'm sure Pokemon Sphere knows this. You know, you got the Zard, you got the Blastoise, and you got the Dragonite. But that doesn't mean there's not more Gem Mint 10s to come. I mean, for instance, what about this Dark Hypno? Yeah? Not bad at all. The price for this was bloody ridiculous before that magazine. It was like 40, 50 quid. Something like that. I mean, for a Gem Mint 10 Watsy card. Come on, guys. What were we thinking? Dark Machamp, Gem Mint 10 as well. Boom, that's 6 Gem Mint 10s from this submission of Team Rocket so far. Unfortunately, the Magneton did not get the Gem Mint 10. I know that people chase this one. It's very low pop. So it is the most unlikely to get the Gem Mint 10. Along with the Rainbow Energy, of course. Your Dark Vileplume got the Nim in 8. Not massively important there. But your Dark Weezing did manage to get the Gem Mint 10. Lovely. I've sent away some Team Rocket sets. I would love to get results like this. Unfortunately, I know the Zard and Blastoises are not going to get Gem Mint 10. Unless I get an incredibly generous grader. But then I wouldn't even want them to, because it would be false pretense. Here comes Team Rocket, Gem Mint 10. First edition. Gorgeous. Rocket Sneak Attack Mint 9. And then, unfortunately, the Rainbow Energy also got Mint 9. I think I've sent 7 of these away. Yeah, it's a Mint 9 all day long, really. But look, that was a top submission from Team Rocket First Edition. If I get results anything like that, I'll be happy. Then we have 3 Gym Heroes cards. I sent away a full Gym Heroes set. So I just snuffed these in. Obviously, I took my cards out from the Vileplume, the Fearow, and the Magneton. So I'll be sending my cards in later. I've got 2 of these that I think I've just sent in. They're going on Monday anyway, so this video won't go out for a while yet, because obviously these have to reach everyone before I show the grades publicly. Erica's Venusaur, Mint 9, just moving on to Gym Challenge now. The camera going to pick it up, lovely. Near Mint 8 on the Giovanni's Persian. Mint 9 on the Koga's Beedrill. However, did get the Gem Mint 10 on the Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, lovely. Again, shameless plug-in. Got one of these on the store if you fancy it. And then the Rockets Mewtwo, unfortunately, got the Gem Mint 10. Very recently, last week, had a top submission from Jonas Prayer, Mr. Prayer, Peyton. Oh, I can't bloody remember. Oh well, I don't think there's going to be too many people watching at this point, but you know who I'm talking about if you've watched the other returns. You know, they got absolute a banging return on Gym Challenge. I think they were all pat fresh, essentially. And you're looking at only Mint 9s and Gem Mint 10s. But that is it for the customer returns. These will be going out tomorrow in the post. Guys, you'll all have your tracking numbers then. Obviously, this video won't go out until you've received them, ironically. So that point of information is absolutely ridiculous. If you guys would like to, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Every supporter is really appreciated. Check out gradygroudon.com for loads of PSA graded cards. And then on top of that, you can use the PSA grading service on the site. You don't even have to contact me. How amazing is that? But of course, you're always free to contact me by email, gradygroudon@outlook.com, and my Instagram. You guessed it, gradygroudon. Don't bother with messaging me on YouTube. Maybe put in a comment, I might see it, but it's the most unreliable source of communication. Right, that is it. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching. 25-minute long video for customer returns, but we had some stellar hits. And thanks again for everyone sending in. See you later. Bye.